Ferguson can go back, Gibson back into the seat. Smith is taking some injuries. Kerr is doing okay in the rear. Let's have a look. We have to be careful of where we're actually going. Whoop, we've actually lost a complete wing. Not good. Hey and g'day, welcome back to another episode of Bomber Crew. If you've been watching the episodes, we've just recently finished Operation Chariot, and we're now into the third phase of our campaign. The next campaign that is on offer as we go into the briefings is Operation Hydra. But we're still a long way away before we can actually do Operation Hydra. We need to prepare, we need to up our crew, and we need to up our aircraft. So without any ado, we're going to jump in and we're going to actually start getting ready for Operation Hydra. So first of all, let's have a look at our crew gear. And overall, we're looking okay. If we want to up a little bit, we could potentially look at our bombers and our gunners, and maybe look at some toughened leather boots. It will reduce the speed a little bit, but it will increase both their protection and also their survivability a little bit. So we might do that just for the gunners, just to get them up there. And we have got £6,000 to spend, so we're actually doing okay on the money department. For our engineer, he has got his plimsolls on, so we're happy there. And the other thing that we may look at is a oxygen bottle across all. No, we're doing okay, so we'll stick with that. We've got no training for the guys at this stage, but we are looking very good. So now let's spend, we've got £5,000, now let's look at our aircraft, the Runner Duck. So obviously the first aircraft would come in, and we're not going to change the name. We don't want to jinx ourselves as we go through. So we've got a little bit of room here, but not too much. Gun turrets, we've got obviously the ammo feed at the rear, and the mid with the two. Let's have a look at our survivability. We've got a homing pigeon and a dinghy. And equipment wise, we've certainly got some front and rear racks. So things that I want to improve the engines so we can up the armour. And the only probably engine that we can actually go is the starboard inner. So we might actually just do the starboard inner, take it up another 1,000. And then we'll look at our racks. Where we'll actually just put a few more storage racks in just to sort of help. So we've got 2 parachutes, we've got, whoops, sorry, I didn't hit the install, did I? So we've got 2 parachutes at the front, we've got a parachute in a med kit, we've got a fire extinguisher, and we've got a parachute in a med kit. So that gives us 2 med kits and 4 parachutes. I think that's about enough, and we've still got £1,300, but we don't need to spend all the money. Let's get out there and do a mission. Alright, so the first mission we've got is the construction site, like a couple on construction. I probably destroyed that, and we've got an enemy ace in the area. The next one we have is the ammo dump at Bruges, and we've got an enemy ace in the area. So either or are going to have an enemy ace. But let's just go for the first one. It's a single bomb site, and we'll need to take a bigger bomb when we do it. All right, let's begin the mission. Okay, so we're starting off these days by just getting the front gunner and the rear one, just to get a second set of ammo. Because when they start off with two of 900 rounds. By going in there, it means that they can carry actually 3, so it just helps. So we're taking off, raising the gear. get our bearing on the horizon, and we will be back as we start heading into the enemy territory. See you soon. Okay, so welcome back. We're now heading into the bombing site. As you can see, the flak is actually quite bad heading over this area here, so we actually want to drop this bomb quickly. We're taking a few hits, it's starting to get a little bit messy, and we have destroyed it. So we're quickly going to actually drop the rest of these and then start heading home. We've got a few guns, plus we've got an enemy ace on the horizon. We're going to take it up to a high altitude. Try and ping some of these that are in the distance because we're getting riddled a little bit. 5 focus, 6 focus. We've got an engine on fire, so let's put that one out. We're also going to boost us up so we can actually get out. The middle gunner is out of ammo, so we're now we're working quite hard. We need to get 7 to actually close the doors. We hadn't done that. Get them in the front seat. We might even drop them into the belly armor as we're coming down. Okay, so we've got some damaged fuel. So we're going to get the engineer out just to sort of work on the fuel, or else we're going to get into a bit of a leak. And we haven't tagged the alright, Kerr is down. So I'm going to get Mackay out there to just give it a hand. Gibson is severely injured, he's obviously been hurt. So we're going to go down another level just to bring it down into a lower sky. So there we go, there's the enemy ace that's actually just ripping us apart at the moment. So we've taken a lot of hits, we're down to 3 engines. Gibson is fine, Kerr's back into the seat, McKay can get into the bomber seat, King is just repairing the electronics. Without the electronics we won't be able to drop the landing gear. Gibson can come back now, and King can continue repairing the electronics. So we're sort of over England. We can now see our runway in the distance. So as we've come into the new lot, as you can see, the types of missions now definitely get harder. Okay, we're back. Let's have a look at the mission results. So we get our we didn't take down the enemy ace, but I'm actually okay with that. I notice the aces just get harder and harder and harder as you move up. So, but we will look at a different tactic for future attacks or assaults. All right, we've also got the standard engine Mark III, which is good for us. So we'll have a look at what we can do on the aircraft to start upping the... So survivability is what we did before, but I think what we need to do now is actually look at putting some armour on this aircraft. So we're going to start off with the tail, because the tail is always one of the areas that sort of gets hammered straight away. And at the end, we're going to be upping all of this, but let's now do the mid, and then we've just got the front and the nose that we obviously need to up as well, and that's probably going to be most of our currency. Equipment, we're still on a 2-rack system for the equipment. We used both of those first aid kits that we had on there, and the engines, we now have a standard Mark III engine, which is going to be 2.2, so we'll slowly need to start building up on our standard engines Mark III. Okay, now let's have a look at our briefing. Okay, so we've got a V1 launch site. and we got the ammo dump. So we're going to do the V1 launch site. I think that's a nice one. We don't have an ace in the area. Actually, no, we're actually going to do the ammo dumps at Bruges. So let's start that one. This may also give us a photo opportunity. Alright, so we're going to head off to the first point, and we'll see you when we get out there. Okay, so welcome back. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to try a little bit of a different tactic, and that is before we go in for the assault, because the enemy are limited, we're going to actually make a little bit of an effort trying to clear out the enemy forces first. So we're just going to get up with the focus. We're going to have a look at sort of what's around. So basically we're going to clear the enemy from the skies first, then we're going to come in for the mission. So we're going to try, as I said, something a little bit different. So we can see where the enemy is, we can see where the danger points are, so we're just literally flying up and down the channel. And we're trying this, as I said, a different type of strategy. Also, because of this, we're going to go lean. If there's anything else on the horizon. Doesn't appear to be yet. So let's now head back into the mission. And see if we draw out any more aircraft. We're just going in lean because we're not going for the mission straight away. Because of that, we just want to conserve our fuel while we're flying around, basically baiting the enemy aircraft out to us. Okay, so you can see there's our bombing site. So let's get in there. And therefore we're not dealing with both the bombing site and the enemy aircraft at the same time, especially when we don't have auto tag, which is a feature that will come on a little bit later. Selected. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a danger area. Select all, release the bombs, close the doors, bring us up to a high altitude. Now, just going to put them in the belly gun as we head out. So we do have some aircraft on the horizon, we're just trying to find out where they were. There we are, 3 o'clock. I think we also had a photo opportunity, so we're going to have a look at that. There is one. It's out here, so we may even just consider this one. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit cold, so we're just bringing it back down. We've still got the aircraft in the distance there. Have a photo opportunity, so we're just seeing if we can see this photo opportunity. There it is. photo opportunities actually in the clear. Yes, we might have a little bit, but this is definitely going to help bringing in some money. This other photo opportunity is, it's literally in a heavy flak area. Okay, so that was good. That allows us to come back. We've got some more aircraft in the distance now coming in. Let's bring him up to medium height. Let's get him in the gun. Let's zoom in on these guys. Fire out. We're also at a high altitude, which means that we can put the fire out one of a couple of ways. There we go. Just going to put our engineer in the front seat there. He's not going to get much shooting, but it does make him a little bit safer. Obviously we need our radio man in the seat because he needs to spot, and we need the navigator so we can actually use. So that's okay. See, I mean, look at the damage. I know we weren't going into flak territory, but overall, it's definitely been less damage. So I can't compare mission for mission, but if we get that mission again, we can definitely give it a go. Okay, so let's bring it in home, and we will see you when we get home. Okay, and here we go. We're now back. We've got an extra £1,800 for that, and we should have got a little bit more. We got £1,000 for the optional recon photo, so definitely worth taking the photo. We took the easier of the two photos, as we said. The second one was right in the middle of where all the flak was, which is normally what I do, and the second one was just having a bit more of a strategic approach. So we've got some good stuff here. We've got lean as a secondary skill, so if we do need to use the navigator, we've got lean, and we've also got radio for recon. So if the gunner needs to go into the radio position, we've got that as well. What we're really aiming for is for these to get to level 6. When radio gets to level 6, we've got a skill called auto tag, and we should be able to get that on the next one. Now I just want to actually have a look at our rear gunner here. We got some really good things now that we've come into the 4,000 intelligence points as well. So, you know, obviously we've got improved gun turrets, as well as a flak helmet Mark II. So we might actually spend a little bit of money on armor, certainly for our gunners. Okay, so Kerr being our rear gunner, we haven't got the, I want to go for, once we get to about 5,000 to go for better oxygen cylinders. But where we actually are here is in regards to the helmets itself. So for headgear, they do actually have a flak helmet Mark II. So we're going to give this to our gunners, so that's going to increase the armor protection by another 10. So that will be for Kerr and Smith. And I'm not going to do it on Mackay, and the reason I'm not doing it on Mackay is Mackay normally moves from the front seat down to the belly gunner. So I'm just going to leave him a little bit. Leather gloves were fine. I think we got toughened leather gloves all the way through. So we can. So we're actually going to do toughened leather gloves for everybody, except for, and I should have done it except for Gibbons, who I want fingerless gloves. And the reason for the fingerless gloves is literally just to keep his movement speed up there. Okay, so I'm happy with those. Let's jump into our aircraft and see what we can spend on our aircraft. Let's have a look at our gun turrets. We do have an opportunity to increase our gun turret, increased by 33, and the ammo belt by 900. So I don't see that one as been a major increase. Upper, Mark III, definitely does have a marked improvement. 20 DPS, but more importantly, the ammo belt is actually an additional 300, which means that he can just, it's just a lot more ammo just to protect him. So we are going to do the upper turret, and we're going to install that to just to give him a little bit more punch. Systems, hydraulics and electrics, fuel system does actually improve the armor on the fuel system. Extinguishers Mark 1. I'm going to do the extinguishers Mark 2, which means that we have 2 opportunities per engine, just to put out fires. And the radar, we should also look at the radar as well, which actually has a better sweep time. But when we got the automatic tagging, obviously it does actually help. Fuel cells, the one that we're really looking at in the fuel cell is called self-sealing, which means that will prevent a lot of the wing walking through self-sealing if it's actually punctured. Also armouring up your wings also protects your fuel cells as well. Alright, so let's have a look at our briefing, see what we've got out there. So we got the V1, so we got the V1 again, but this time we've got it with the Ace. So maybe I should have taken it the last time without the Ace. And we've got this one, which is the Bremen Tank Factory. So we're going to do the Bremen Tank Factory. And we will give it a go. Then we'll actually probably end up doing an Ace mission. Remembering all of this is in preparation for Operation Hydra, so we just want to make sure that we prepare everyone and the aircraft, so we're ready for the mission. All right, so we'll see the heading in the distance. We'll come back as we reach where we need to get to. Okay, welcome back. Okay, we've got our first lot of fighters on the horizon there, and we're going to do exactly the same tactics we did last time, and that is we're going to bait them out. We're not going to do the mission straight away. We're going to bait them out until we successfully take out all the fighters, and we may have done that extremely quickly. So we're just going to get some more ammo for him, but I think he's actually fully stocked with ammo. So we've got a bit of flak here, so we might bring it up to let's say a medium range. Remembering we want to radio for recon and have a look where these flak areas are and just see if we can actually get around them at all. Okay, so there we are, and there is our actually bombing our target. So obviously that here we go. We've got another lot of fighters on the horizon. Let's see what we've got out there. So it's a little bit to the right, and we can actually go this way. Doesn't appear to be anything. Alright, and that was the next aircraft. So there's the bombing site. We don't have anything on the horizon. Whoop, we do. We've just got one. Let's bring them into the bomber's hole. Let's open the doors. Let's pick the bomb. Let's radio for recon. We can't yet. I'm just going to go lower because we're having trouble seeing that through the fog. We've got some more on the horizon now. If we do not see, we are going to see it. Bombs away, close the doors. Oops, open the doors, my mistake. Let's... Is it telling me I missed the target? No, it's not telling me I missed the target. Alright, we've got hydraulic issue. Let's get up there. Let's drop these bombs. Let's close the doors. Let's get to the top. We can bring him in there, put out the engine. Bring us up to a medium altitude. We've put the fire out now so he can actually go back to his seat. We're still... It's because we haven't tagged any enemy. We've got so many enemy in the sky. Let's get some tags there. Auto tagging is such a useful skill. So let's get the focus going. We've got another engine down, and we've also got a fuel problem, but we can also zoom in and start heading home. So that's the same engine on fire again, so that's where the benefits of the so we've actually got quite a few out there. We're going to have to repair that fuel. Luckily we were coming in lean, so hopefully once we come back we'll have a look at what we've got. Fuel is a little bit light on the left hand side, so we've now got a fuel warning light and we got a fire. So let's bring Ferguson back in here. Let's bring the fire out. Fuel is okay, it's actually not that bad, but he's got the lean skill as well. So Ferguson can go back, Gibson back into the seat. Smith is taking some injuries. Kerr is doing okay in the rear. Let's have a look. We have to be careful of where we're actually going. Whoop, we've actually lost a complete wing. Not good. So let's see if we can actually survive out of this. I see that we still have a couple of aircraft not tagged, so let's tag these aircraft, and that's what's hurting us at the moment. Then we're going to actually do a little bit of zoom, focus I should say. Electric system, ammo, okay, so we can see that we're actually heading closer to England now. We just need to get over the channel and then we're clear. So this is going to be a tough flight home. We're going to throw it on lean. How are we doing for fuel? Mackay's a little bit injured, so I just want to stick him on the bed We've got more aircraft coming in down there. So this one's actually been quite a tough mission. So we've now got another sortie coming in. Hopefully we can survive that. Smith gets more ammo. Focus is recharged. Mackay. Mackay can go back into the belly gun. Smith, I'm just going to get a little bit of first aid. Flying around in circles a little bit. We are flying around in circles a lot. Putting us on lean. Mackay get on the gunner. We really need to just try and we're not going to do that mission, so we're actually going to abort it. We can see the mark now. We're going to head home. So we've had our wing shot off. Come on guys, hang in there. Putting in some focus to just try and take out these final aircraft. Smith is had a good heal, so now we just need to limp home. King is in serious trouble. We're going to put King on the bed. Fuel. Need to transfer a little bit of fuel over, so just pressing the bottom. And what the problem is every time we go off nav, it keeps spinning us around. So we're just going to keep that on the horizon so we stay strong. If we can get past what we've got here, I think we should be okay. Bring it back on track. I think we've got one left in the sky, and then it's just about having the landing that we're actually after. So, flying back on one wing. Okay, so you can get back in the seat. Mackay. Get back in the front. Fuel is okay. More importantly, there's the runway strip. Let's bring the landing gear down. Going lean on the fuel. Hold on guys, hold on. So basically struggling to turn. Fuel is critically low, coming in on one wing. Alright, normally I'll just speed this up. We did not take the recon photos, but I think we may Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Let's have a look at who survived. Kerr, a tail gunner. Lest we forget. All right. Okay, guys. That was our first loss as we came into that mission. So even when we thought we were coming home fine, obviously that was a little bit tough just to come in. So we lost the wing. Nothing I could do with it. I couldn't control the landing. That was purely the automatic landing. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching the stream. That was a great little mission. I hope you're enjoying them. Don't forget to hit the likes and hit the subscribes. I'm really enjoying the feedback, and keep putting your comments, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Okay, bye.